that at 11 seconds because this guy is always early. He's never late. And I know he's got a million things he's doing. So we're going to bring him on here real quick. Kid Chaos himself, Kyle Koretsky, where are you?
What's up, boys?
Where are you?
I just got back to the yard over here. Going to unload the skid steer from Maple Grove Raceway.
Well,
I thought you had people to do that.
Yeah, don't you have people to do that for you, Kyle? You're doing everything.
Yeah, look next to you there. Look next to you. He's gone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do us some good here. Wow,
Well,
what a week, Kyle.
I appreciate you bringing me in a little early, but yeah, holy crap, what a weekend! That was the definition of chaos, and we brought the chaos to the House of Chaos, and I can't thank everybody enough. You know, it really was awesome.
Well, for the people who thought it didn't sell out, who were talking crap, yeah, that doesn't look sold out at all. There's not a spot in the house that you could sit in. I'm putting a picture up here, Kyle, of the crowd.
Yeah, I see. There wasn't a spot to sit in, and there were 5-6 deep along the fence.
Yes,
it was pretty cool. You know, I think it's not only cool, you know, for us, you know, just being like, you know, track owners, I guess, but I think it's cool if you're a fan because it was just the dedication. I think the weather was good, and just so many people love motorsports. I think, you know, it showed it that weekend.
I mean, Kyle, all the hard work that your family put in, people have no idea the people that you got to put in place to do this, and then to have great weather. And then now this weekend, we got to do it all over again for the Keystone Trucking Nationals. Then you got to come back the following weekend with the Outlaw guys. And you guys, you had one guy there that had never been and experienced what we did, and Keita's husband. He said, "You guys work too much. I couldn't do that every weekend." I said, "Kyle does that every day."
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's a lot of work, but back to what you said, like we had the weekend, then we had to clean up. You know, I feel we have one of the best teams out there, but you know, not only did we race all weekend, then we cleaned up Monday and Tuesday. Today we had over 500 cars show up for Hot Rod Week, like a drag week today, and today's Wednesday. It was unbelievable. Now we have to clean up all again to get ready for Friday's event, which really, Friday's event. But we also have a test and tune Thursday and a private track rental Thursday, private track rental Friday, and then Friday night. You know, it's nonstop. You know, Shane and, you know, everybody there, Rich, Sarah, Lisa, Billy. I don't know if Billy's on tonight.
He's on every night.
You know, it's a lot of work. I mean, and that's not just us. That's every track. New Egypt, you know, Grandview. There's a lot goes on to this stuff.
Well, Kyle, just because I check bags and there's so many different kinds of people that come through the gate, and it was really cool to see the people. Nobody had a complaint. Nobody said anything about anything. They all had a good time. They all had the right attitude walking through the gate. They all had great things to say about how you guys have really turned Maple Grove into a show place. We didn't even get to pave what you wanted to pave this year before the Nationals. We usually do some paving. And then, of course, your wife had a baby prior to the Nationals. So now we have a name. What's the name of the baby?
Give me 1 second. Shortest one possible.
That's what I was thinking.
They don't have a flush mount?
No. This is going to be nearly flush mount because you have a big box for the brain because you have remotes.
Okay.
And then
that's fine. Sorry, electrician asking me about a fan.
Of course.
My wife's step. We had another baby, Olivia. She's going on 12 days old, I think now. Today's 2 weeks. 2 weeks today.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we threw the wrench in that. So you know, I keep telling we're gonna keep trying to have more kids because we need more workers.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, I guess you're right. But tell us what's going to happen this weekend, Kyle. What do we got going on for the rest of the week and then the weekend at Maple Grove?
Well, this weekend here, we start off on Friday. We have our new skid pad and test and tune. You can come out. You guys drinking beer already?
Garage
Yeah.
Beer is the official beer of Wide Open Wednesday. Kyle, you got to try it.
Oh man, I gotta get a sample of that.
Oh,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll get you a sample of Garage Beer. That's perfect
All
for
right.
Maple Grove, my man.
Perfect. I'll have to tell Taylor.
That's
But
Jason
yeah,
Kelsey's beer. Jason Kelsey
Yeah.
owns the company.
Oh, nice.
All right, go ahead.
Friday, we start off with our skid pad and test and tune Friday night. You come out, run anything you want. You want to steal your parents' car, come do some burnouts, bring it on out. If you want to take your hot rod down the racetrack and you're a normal racer, just want to make some laps because you did some carbureting, tuning, or EFI tuning, bring it on out. Then we roll right into Saturday morning. Gates open 10 a.m. We have our Keystone Trucking National. So if you like diesels, you like big rigs, this is going to be the place to be. Last year we had about 407 trucks show up. I'm hoping this year we can get at 500. Our goal is every year to try to gain at least 10 to 20% more. We've been advertising, we've been marketing. We're paying some big money to win King of the Hill. I'll try to get my brother to bring his truck in the burnout box and just try to, beat the living snot out of it. And that's what we like to do. And it's gonna be pretty cool. Then Sunday, after the truck races, Sunday we have the race for the house, which is 100% donation to the Ronald McDonald Foundation. All money goes to the foundation. It's a pretty cool deal. We partnered up with John Rose and his team. John is a big pole barn builder. Does very like beautiful high end horse barns and shops and race shops and you name it. He builds it from here to South Carolina. Really good guy, and so he brings his team in on from Sunday, and that's the weekend. It doesn't seem like a lot how I just explained it, but there's a lot going on. We got Nitro Nick Leach on the mic. That's right. I gotta give Nick a little shout out. What else we got going on? That's pretty cool. We got Mike Erico. I gotta give Mike Erico a shout out. Mike Erico out there. I know he's watching and listening. He's gonna be out there. He'll probably drive one of the trucks out. And I forgot. Saturday morning we have Falls Township Touch a Truck, which KPK Development is the presenting sponsor for that event. So we'll be out there first thing in the morning. Probably myself, Matt Budd, a couple other people will be out there representing KPK for a few hours, and then we got some really cool shirts for the kids. So if you're around our area, Falls Township, or if you're not around our area, Falls Township, get on out there. They got a lot of cool trucks. We're giving away free T-shirts. They're pretty cool this year for the kids. Kids only, Nick. So don't even think about asking for
Can't
one.
you sell a couple together, Kyle? Come on now.
Yeah, we put one on Nick. We might get in trouble.
Now we got fireworks Saturday too, right? After the race are over, we got fireworks.
We got fireworks. We have the light show for all the trucks. Any of the trucks want to enter in the light show, it's free to enter. They make a pass down the quarter mile, show all the
Take
fans.
A trip down our strip. They take a trip down our strip.
Take a trip down our strip. So it's pretty cool. It's a family event. It's all to have a good time. Without truckers, my opinion, the world doesn't go around. People think truck drivers, we don't need them. We do need them. They build the houses, they build the roads, they deliver your groceries. And these guys and women are able to take the day off and show their rigs off. And a lot of them take a lot of pride in their stuff, and we're one of them. We take a lot of pride in our trucks.
And
so
the thing is,
pretty cool.
The trucks that you see out on the highway are the trucks you're going to see on the drag strip come Saturday. It's amazing. Some of the guys, the work that they put in their trucks, and then we have the parade, and I get to talk to the guys one-on-one before they go down the drag strip. It's pretty neat. And some of the trucks are just so beautiful. You wonder how they haul stone and dirt and sand. And, we're about ready to add to our fleet, thanks to your brother and yourself and your dad. And, I had 1 million people. How is Dad doing, Kyle? Is he doing okay now?
Yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, he's trending up. He's in rehab currently, and just pushing along. We just keep pushing him, and he'll get better. just gonna take a little time, but he'll be out there. He loves the trucks. He loves racing, and I think he'll definitely be watching. We probably got about 50 or 60 cameras throughout the property, and I've wired them all to his phone, and he knows how to use them. So he'll be watching.
Uh-huh.
He's keeping his eye on everything. So it's cool.
Well, it's not only a pleasure to have you on here. I've been begging you ever since I started working for you, but it's a pleasure to work for your family. You guys have went above and beyond for me. Lord knows I've messed up enough shit at your place that I probably wouldn't be working for anybody else, but I appreciate everything you do for me, not just for me, but for the racers. I mean, I've been at Maple Grove. Nancy works there. She does work for you guys. It's just a family atmosphere. And that shows at Maple Grove too, because the people can see that and they enjoy that. And that's what makes it such a fun event every time you go to Maple Grove.
Lost you there for a second. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
It must be what you're sitting in has a lot of metal in it or something, or somebody trying to call you again. Because last week we didn't have this.
I
problem.
just shut my Wi-Fi off because
Oh, okay.
it kept stuttering. I shut my
Okay, I
Wi-Fi
got
off. But
you.
no, it's a cool place. We love coming out here. Love talking to you guys. You're doing a great thing for motorsports in general, and I think it's good.
All right, what are we doing with the Outlaws, Kyle? What's going on with that? A lot of people were asking me about the Street Outlaws.
Yeah, the Outlaws. I'm trying to get some of them guys on here maybe for next week.
Okay.
To do a little promotion here. Next week we have our no prep Outlaws are coming to Maple Grove. Tickets are on sale, maplegroveraceway.com. We have a lot of cool stuff. We're hoping to release a schedule towards the end of this week. We have Friday night runs, and then we also have Saturday, which they're racing for all the money, over 40,000 to win on Saturday. So it's gonna be cool if you're into that kind of racing and want to come see those guys. That week, that's the weekend to come. It's next week, 26th, 27th of September, and it should be a good time.
Yeah, and it never stops. I mean, after that event, then we got the other events. We got the winter events that we have. And like I said before, when I had you on here before, the street racers from Philadelphia, they can't wait to come back to Maple Grove and race on the drag strip. Now you gave them a place to race at a legitimate racetrack, and they love coming there, and you gain their respect, and that's pretty cool, Kyle.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have everyone come out. Like I say it all the time. We have people that race here from 5 years old to 80 years old. So there's no age restriction here, and just have a good time. If you're not having a good time, you're not doing it right. So
it's your own damn fault if you don't have a good time when you come there.
Yeah. When's the next dirt car race? New Egypt.
We're off this week because Grandview has their big 76 lapper. And then the following week, we race Friday night and Saturday night for the All-Star Cup. And then October 10th, the World of Outlaws come to New Egypt on a Friday night. So,
well, I'll be there. I'll be there for that.
Yeah. I know you like the 410.
Yeah, I love the World Outlaws.
I know you like the 410 sprint cars, Kyle. Anybody out there needs a guy to test drive their 410? Kyle's ready to go.
I'm ready to drive one of those things. I think I might be a little too fat to drive one. I watched on YouTube Travis Pastrana. He was having a hard time getting like claustrophobic and all that stuff. So
yeah,
that makes me a little nervous there. But I would like to try it. But honestly, the World Outlaws is probably cool. The big dogs, I guess. But I'm more into like the Tuesday night, Wednesday night special.
Okay. I know you go to all of them. Yep.
The late dirt modifieds, and we eat some hot dogs and put your goggles on. I love that.
Yeah, see, there's a true race fan right there.
Take some garage beer with you.
Yeah, we'll get you some, Kyle. I will bring you some of this so you could try it. It's better than Coors Light. If you ever drank Coors Light, it's better than Coors Light. So
yeah, I'm a Miller Lite guy and a Michael Waltrip beer kind of guy. So
well, it's kind of the same thing. So you'll like it. So
and we gotta get Jason Kelsey on the show.
I've been trying.
We've been trying for 2 years. Close. So we're like this close. You see, he's on the show, but he ain't real. But
I'll call Fletcher Cox. We'll get him on the show.
There you go. Sounds good to me. All right, Kyle. I know you're busy. Get some rest, my man.
We'll talk to you. Now you sleep when you're dead.
Stop it. I'll talk to you. That's Kid Chaos, Kyle Koretsky, right here live with us here. And we appreciate Kyle being with us. And we have Bobby Butler waiting in the wings, but we also have the voice of Maple Grove. We'll bring Billy Kleinsman on here. Bill, I don't know if you was watching when Kyle was on here, but wow. He had a lot of things to say, and what a great weekend, Bill, we had this weekend for the Nationals. It couldn't get any better. I put a picture up of the crowd, the people that were saying, oh, the crowd, there was no crowd. The hell, there wasn't no crowd. Look at this crowd. Standing room only, no spots
5 deep
open.
on the fence.
Five deep on the fence, Kyle said. Tell me about this weekend, Billy. I know you were excited.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As you know, I love every event at Maple Grove Raceway, but I look forward to the Nationals, where we get to see all the big boys and girls of the NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series, along with all the stars of the NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series as well. I like it because I get to be out of the tower for 1 week, one weekend a year. But yeah, we had huge crowds all weekend. A lot of controversy and stuff has been said on the internet saying that NHRA is dying and the attendance has down. I must say, this weekend we proved them wrong. NHRA drag racing is alive and well. And yeah, we had really perfect weekend, and it was a great way to celebrate 40 years of the Nationals at Maple Grove this past weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the crowds were great. We had a little bit of excitement with Tony Stewart and him and Coletta got in an accident there. And I think that was probably the first bad one that I seen. But Tony's okay, right? Everything's
Tony's
good?
Yep, Tony's okay. His wife will be returning to the seat next year in Top Fuel. But Tony says he's going to be in Charlotte, and we look forward to seeing him pick up a win down in Charlotte this coming weekend.
But the big announcement was John Force's daughter is going to retire now, right?
Yep, that is correct. Brittany Force is going to be stepping away at the end of this year to start a family. That marks, as everyone knows, Brittany has 2 other sisters, Ashley and Courtney. And as you know, they all have families as well. So Brittany's going to take some time away from driving to start a family. And hopefully maybe we'll see her back in the seat somewhere down the road. But yeah, that was one of the many big stories that came out of this weekend.
Now, with that national event, now we had the truck show coming up. Plus, you got stuff going on all week at the track, Kyle was telling us.
Yeah, today we had the drag Hot Rod Magazine's Drag Week. That's kind of like a special event where they travel to a whole bunch of tracks here in the Northeast within a certain mile radius. They're basically race cars, but they're street legal, so they drive from race to race to prove that, yes, they are street legal and are race capable as well. We had a huge crowd on hand today with it being a Wednesday. We all thought, looking at the forecast for today, when we got to the track, we thought it was going to be a little iffy because we did have rain coming through, but we were able to get the event in on time, and we had a lot of really happy people. A lot of people were commenting saying how great the facility is, how professional the staff is. As you know, we're one of the best tracks, not just in drag racing, but in all of the Northeast for all forms of motorsports. And yeah, we look forward to having new people and trying new things at Maple Grove.
All right, Bill. Well, I'm going to see you Saturday. What do you need me to bring up in the tower? Do I need to bring any snacks, any garage beer? You want some of this? I'll bring you some of this.
Yeah, if you actually want to bring me some Mike's Lemonade, that will be good. But before I go, as you guys know, we had him on last week. My buddy Anthony's doing that really charitable car show next week on Sunday. And unfortunately, he couldn't be on the show tonight, but I did tell him I would give him a shout out. So yeah, as you know, Nick, me and you have been posting the flyer for that car show throughout the sites that me and you run. So yeah, if you want more information, want to show your car or race car next Sunday, reach out to Anthony, and we look forward to having a successful event for him.
All right, brother. I will see you over the weekend, and then we'll hash out what we're going to do for Wednesday.
All right. See you next week.
All right,
Nick,
Bill.
I'll see you on Saturday. Yep. See you.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon. All right, we got to take a pause for the calls. And then when we come back, we have 2 guys that I have watched grow up in racing. And now I'm watching them win features. One guy went out of the country and got the job done. But we're going to take a minute to thank a couple of our sponsors. And we'll be right back with the Butler Brothers. Gotta get rid of this. Let's talk about transmissions for a minute. You want to get to victory lane, you can't be in low gear. You got to be in high gear. I'm talking about high gear transmissions located in South Jersey. That's right. We specialize in repair, refresh, and troubleshooting your Northeast Dirt modified transmissions. That's right, high gear. They specialize in Burt Generation 1 and 2 transmissions, and they also service Winters transmissions. It's home of the modified number 13T, driven by Anthony Tramontana Jr. They have reasonable pricing, quick turnaround. You can pick your transmission up at New Egypt Speedway or Bridgeport Speedway, and you can find them on Facebook at High Gear Transmissions. Now, these transmissions are serviced by a great tech, Anthony Tramontana Sr. You can give him a call at 609-385-3084. That's right, High Gear Transmissions. You know, the season-ending season, and you're worried about that transmission, you're worried about it getting serviced, why not call High Gear and get it done? They'll take care of your transmission. You won't have to worry about it. When you put it back in the car, you'll put it in gear, you'll go to victory lane, you'll be in high gear, and you'll be a winner with high gear. That is true. High gear transmissions. They also do sprint car transmissions now. That's not in the ad that we made for them, but they do sprint car transmissions now. So
Cool.
get a hold of Anthony Tramontana Sr. Fred's going to get
I'll
his
be there.
get his transmission out, and they're going to be doing his. One more sponsor here, and then we go to the Butler. Bob Drayton Incorporated has been locally owned and operated since 1955. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service and quality rentals to every client. They have a large selection of rentals and solutions for every project or every event you have. You can count on their experienced team for fast and courteous service each time you call them. And they have a 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated since 1955. That's over 70 years, gang. Licensed and insured, free estimates available, 24-hour service, military and senior discounts, quality products, and an excellent customer service. Check them out, gang. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-859-3629. And they race, that's right, New Egypt Speedway, Bridgeport Speedway. Bob and his son race the 4-cylinder class, and they sponsor the class at New Egypt Speedway. So when it hits the fan, he's your man, and whatever you eat, he's got your seat. They have a 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-521-2014. So whatever you need, give Mr. Bob a call, and he'll help you out. They are official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday right here on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Mr. Bob, he's on the job, and you should be too. All right, now it's time to bring in two guys that I've known their whole racing career. They're basically their whole life. Their dad is one of my good friends. Their other brother is a good friend of mine. And Clay Sr. actually told me it was great to have his Clay back. So he had all three of the boys have been in New Egypt, and that makes him happy. So we'll bring this guy on. We'll bring this guy on. And now we have the Butler brothers on Wide Open Wednesday. First of all, we'll talk to Mikey real quick. It's about time, Mike. What the hell were you waiting for?
I wish I knew. Otherwise, I probably would have won a lot earlier.
But you got it all together. Of course, I was at Maple Grove, but I got to watch it on my phone. Yeah, I mean, I know you didn't like having all them yellows come out and all this other crap that was going on, but the track has been pretty good, right?
The track was really good. We were actually the first feature. So actually, I didn't even touch the car between the heat and the feature. We ground tires, put fuel in it, and went right out for the feature. And yeah, I mean, the track was a little bit more bitey than normal in the beginning, but it dried off pretty good and was a really racy track. I mean, I was running the top in the beginning and almost lost the lead, almost gave it up to Nick Van Wickle. And we were able to see that he was on the bottom and get back to the bottom, and we were fast from there.
Now, which one of you guys is older, Bobby or you?
Bobby is. I'm the youngest.
Bobby's older. Okay, you're
I'm the middle one.
the youngest?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Well, I remember you when you were selling programs at New Egypt. Now, Bobby, what the hell made you go to Canada?
Just points chasing, just trying to make sure I guaranteed the American region of the World Championship with the Speedster.
Now you race you race at the action track every week, or no? Or are you just doing the traveling thing with that?
No, I've run every speedster race so far they had this year.
Oh my goodness. Plus you have an open wheel car that you race and all the other stuff that you got going on. And, you know, I get to see Mikey every week, but I don't get to see you, but sporadic. And when USAC comes and all that stuff, how the hell do you guys manage to do what you do? And then Mikey, you're a parts guy, a Snap-on guy. What the hell do you do for a living, Bob?
Well, I actually work night shift, believe it or not. I work I work with Dad for the state.
Well, that's even better. All right, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go. Kate makes us sheets for us. Kate Brown, Warren Olston's girlfriend, and I'm going to go by her sheets because she takes so much time to make these sheets. So I'm going to fire these questions off to you, Mike, and you can answer them the best you can. Then I'll come back to you, Bob, and we'll have the questions she had for you. Now she says, "Congratulations on your win at New Egypt. Walk us through that
Thank you.
race and what it meant to you to finally get that win at New Egypt."
So I mean, we'll just walk through the night. You know, we unloaded. The car was good in warm-ups, and again, the car was really good in the heat race, and it was a redraw show. So all year we've been starting in the back with the handicapping. So the car owner Dave decided to draw for us in the heat race, which it could have been a worse number for sure. I think he drew 59. So we started 6th in the heat and finished 2nd, and then the redraw, we were able to start 3rd, which is huge. You know, being able to start a little bit further up front definitely helps. We were able to get to the front, get to the lead like on lap 3 or 4, and you get the clean air. The only thing that's unfortunate about that is when you're up front, you don't know where the fast line is. And like I was saying, I was able to get the lead on the top, and I was running the top, and I got a little bit too high. Nick Van Wickle showed me his nose on the bottom, so then I was able to get to the bottom. But we had 2 yellows back to back, which is like, okay, you know, unfortunate. You don't like to see those, especially when you're the leader, because you don't know how big of a gap you had, and you got to hit your marks again. And then we ran like 15 or 16 laps consecutively without a yellow. And I get the white flag, and we're going down the front stretch. I get down into 1 and 2, and I go down the back stretch. And I said this to Ryan Simmons. I actually look at the scoreboard every time down the front stretch when I'm leading, just to get an idea of who's where, right? So if you see a number like, you know, Simmons or Matt Ellery, like those guys, Ethan Bill, those guys are really fast. So if you see that number, and that number 29 was 5th, then it was 3rd, and then it was 2nd. So we went down the backstretch, and the yellow flag came out on the last lap, and I saw the 29 was in 2nd. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get 2nd again. You know, I'm cursed to get 2nd all year long. So luckily we were able to get a good restart and get a little bit of a gap on them down the front stretch, and we got our first win, which was huge. You know, we've ran 11 races up to that point. We ran 11 races, and I have 5 second-place finishes. I was just like, what do I got to do to get a win? You know, because
Right.
we've been really good. We've been fast every week. We had to miss that week, which was unfortunate because I think that was our championship night. You know, because we ended up 3rd in points.
Right.
But it was just great to get that monkey off our back, especially before the big points or the big money races come. So it was good to get that off. Now we got the guaranteed spot for next race. So it also takes some more pressure off, which is going to allow us to come in really carrying momentum and fresh for the big race at the All-Star Cup weekend next Saturday.
Now the All-Star Cup weekend is next week. Other than the All-Star Cup race, you plan on going anywhere else? I mean, you plan on doing anything at the end of the years? There's a couple big shows you got your eye on, or are you just going to take it apart and get ready for next year?
We're going to run the All-Star Cup, and then we're going to run the last race that New Egypt has in October for the crate special that they have. I think that's like a 50 lapper that they're putting on for us. It's I don't know all the details, and I don't know what they've released yet, so I don't really want to say too much. I know that I believe it's 50 laps, might be 40, but it's going to be a big show for the crates to put a spotlight onto the crate guys, and I'm really excited for that, to defend home turf for that. So that's next 2 races at New Egypt is where we're going to be.
All right, now let's talk about this fan appreciation thing that you do every week. You give fans some tickets to get in.
Yeah.
What made you do that? And that's pretty cool, Mike. I mean, for you to give back, I mean, you've always been a giving person. You've always done the stuff that you do for the kids and stuff. Who come up with that idea?
So I actually texted Chris, whatever day when we actually started it. I actually texted Chris, and I said, "Hey, man, like, what are some things that you're looking to do different?" And we came up with a couple different ideas. We talked about this and that, and he shared some things that he was looking to do. And then I was like, "Well, what about if we did this?" And then the idea came from Big Diamond Speedway. They do it every race day, I believe, where they give away 2 grandstand passes. I was like, that's awesome. And we started plugging away with that, and now he handles everything. I just pay for the tickets, but it's just good. Like I love racing because of the fans. It's the kids, the families, everybody in the fans. We're not racing if we don't have people in the stands. So if I can continue to get more people in the stands each week, of course I want them to be fans of me, right? But even if they're not, it's all right. I want more people in the stands, and I feel like that's a good way to get more people in the stands is to give people the free opportunity to come to the racetrack and get a feel for it.
Now, with that being said, your brother on the screen is over top of you here. You, Clay, Bobby, and then Dad. How cool is it to be able to go to the racetrack, and sometimes you have all 3 of your siblings there? I know how much it means to your dad to have all you guys in one backyard, but it's got to be pretty cool to be there and be with your brothers.
It's great when we're not racing against each other.
Okay.
Because there's nobody that we race harder than each other. And then the bragging rights, but it's great. No matter who's racing or whatever, we're really good at working together. And nothing beats that feeling of like knowing that the whole family's there, even when we get, usually when we get all 3 boys, mom and dad are there together. So we got the whole family, which is awesome.
Right.
But it just means the world. Like nothing beats family, and racing is a family in itself, but to have your actual blood family there, it's the most special thing that can happen. And I just you can't replace that.
Now, is your brother Clay going to come back and run at New Egypt on a weekly basis or sporadically?
He hasn't given me a definitive answer on that, but he did tell me, he's going to be there next week for the All-Star Cup race.
Cool.
So,
Well,
that's a start, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a start. Things are a little different. Fred,
That'll cure your cough.
That clear stuff will help you out.
Moonshine, right? All right. But yeah, that'll be cool. I'll be able to see him. Like I said, I watch you guys grow into this and do what you're doing. All right, now we're going to go to Mr. Bob here. Not Mr. Bob really, but Bobby, of course, the man of 1,000 rides here. So we'll bring him up here.
If it's got wheels on it, he's racing it.
Exactly. And that's
Let me
what
just
I was
say,
where
Mikey's lucky that I'm not racing against him.
now,
I'd have to have another lap car.
Where did the conductor nickname come from?
From you, Nick. If you don't even remember it, do you?
When you had the train hat on and I said conduct, that's how it started?
Yes, and that's where it started.
Oh, my goodness. See, there's another nickname that I gave out that I didn't and Pete Wortman tells me all the time, you gave Billy Pouch Jr. the kid's kid nickname too. And I said, did I? He goes, yes, you did. He goes, I don't let anybody else say that they gave that nickname because you gave it to him. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure you gave Danny Buck the Dominator too.
Yeah, well, I call him Darren Dan the Stock Car Man because it pisses everybody off up north. So that's why I do that. So, it is what it is. They can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned.
But you got to get me a name.
Yeah,
I got a couple for you, Nick. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Well, it's a family show, Bob. We can't do that. All right. Now, I'll field these questions to you from Kate. All our cheat sheets are done by Kate Brown, and she does a very wonderful job for us. All right. Congratulations on your recent success, including winning the championship up in Canada. What was that like, Bob? Did you have to be smuggled in, or what did you have to do to get into Canada?
Man, there's too much to tell you, but one of the big things, going in and out of Canada is easy. I mean, I sent the car up with Rich Tobias. He took my car and Cale Zangley, our cousin's car, and we both ran up there. It was actually literally just me and Cale up there, the only Americans up there. But I mean, it's real easy going in and out of there. I mean, it was probably like 2 hours into the border and from the border. So it was like 7.5 hours. It wasn't bad.
Do they talk funny?
It's French. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, up there it's French.
Oh boy.
It's
French.
French.
Catherine.
Oh boy.
So they make you run. They checked us and made sure that we had our receivers in. And over the receiver, it's all French. So it was the funniest thing.
Well, you could say I didn't understand.
Oh
you were
yeah,
telling me.
well,
Yeah, we.
We.
well, vi means green, green, green.
Okay.
Jean is yellow, and that's all I needed to know apparently.
John.
Wow, John.
That's a Philly.
John.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Philly thing. Yeah, that's my John right there.
Yeah.
All right, you stacked up wins in multiple divisions this season. Out of all the recent checker flags you had, what one stands out the most and why?
Well, there's two of them. Honestly, and it's a real close tie. It would be my first sprint car win at Clinton County,
Okay.
the USAC win, and winning at Kutztown, no matter what you race in, is very, very hard. And to be able to do that with the short load 04 car for my dad, and that was pretty special too.
Yeah, I mean, your versatility goes across a lot of divisions, and you're successful in the non-wing cars, 600 micro speedsters, shopping carts at Kmart, anything else that you can get into and go, like your brother said. What is your favorite car to drive, Bob? Do you have a favorite one to drive?
I love them all. Probably, believe it or not, my least favorite is probably the sprint car. Not because of driving; it's fun. It's the nerves that get to you beforehand.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, you just dread like getting in it sometimes, and like certain tracks. But I mean, it's just I feel like there's a lot of pressure when I get in that. Anything else, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, but the pressure that I feel when I get in that car is pretty immense.
So, with that being said, every season comes with its ups and downs. What's been your toughest challenge you've faced in 2025?
Rain. Honestly, I usually schedule like in the peak of summer. I'm scheduled 3-4 nights a week driving different cars. Like Kutztown on a Wednesday, I'll run Linda's with an XL modified on a Friday. I'll run the sprint car on Saturday, and then we turn the speedster around and run that on asphalt on a Sunday. I mean, we had a couple weeks like that, but rain really narrowed us down to one a week most of the time.
And what do you got set up for the rest of the year? You got any big things happening for the end of the year?
Yeah, we have. So the reason I went to Canada was to pretty much lock in the American region of the World Championship. So there is the World Championship for the Speedster still to be decided, and that's a 2-day event at Pagoda in October. But so this week we're at Bridgeport on Saturday with the sprint car,
Okay.
and then I believe next Friday we are at Georgetown with the sprint car, and then we do some, and then Saturday I'll be at Grandview with the XL car. And then, yeah, it's just, there's a lot going on. And then the Speedster, our next race with the Speedster is on asphalt at Evergreen. And then right after that, we turn around for the 2-day World Championship at, well, actually New Egypt's thrown in there too with the World of Outlaws on a Friday night, I believe.
Wow.
I don't even know my schedule. I got to look at it week to week.
Yeah, it's a Friday night for the Outlaw Show. Now, the XL cars put on a hell of a show at New Egypt when they came there. And I think Chris is going to try and get them a couple times next year. Then the rumor has it that they're going to try and get the USAC wingless cars there again because they haven't been there since 2000 since Clausen won. So that's a while ago.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, so they're going to try and do that. All right, now, when you're not at the racetrack, what helps you keep a balance outside of the racing, and who keeps you going?
Honestly, that's a day by day. A lot of the times is with racing. Even when I'm not racing, I'm literally in the garage from when I wake up till I got to go to work. And now I work night shift, and this is one thing a lot of people don't believe is even at New Egypt when we ran the USAC car at New Egypt, I go right from the racetrack right to work. Yeah. A lot of times
that's crazy.
So,
now, where do you keep your car, and where do you keep your car, Mike?
well, I keep my car at my house in Phillipsburg. I have a
Okay.
little 2-car garage that usually has 3-4 cars in it at a time. They come and go.
Where do you keep yours, Michael?
My car is currently kept at Short Load Concrete in Bridgewater.
Okay.
But that will be getting moved to my house here shortly. We're actually going to run the September or next week, and then the truck and trailers coming to my house Saturday night after that.
Now
we're
you
moving
guys been racing forever. I mean, your grandfather was like one of the most famous race car
Yeah.
drivers from Flemington. Oliver Butler was my brother Kenny, one of my brother Kenny's favorites.
Yeah,
You
my
guys, in your blood, and I always say this about people, you should never be taught something you should already know. And you guys know what I'm talking about. There's guys that have race cars that shouldn't even put a helmet on. They're in the way. Okay, because mommy and daddy's got money, and
Maybe
you
you
know,
should put a helmet on, just a different kind of helmet.
yeah, and guys and guys like you who short load steps up to the plate, and they also sponsor Danny Buck too, and you and Danny are really good friends, all you guys. But yeah, short load has been around with you guys for a long time. Tell us a little bit about them, how that transpired, and what they do for each of you guys.
So short load actually sponsored Vern McLaughlin in his street stock, and I raced for Vern, if you remember, back in 2009.
Yep.
There's a picture of Dave and Vern in front of the car. I'll have to get it for you, and you can put it up one time to just pull it up. Be like, this is what Mike was talking about. There's a picture of Vern and Dave standing next to Vern's race car.
Right.
And there I am in the background, like, yeah, you know, how old I am, 17 or something like that. And a year or two went by, and Dave, there you go. Dave, actually, the next year after that, went and had Vern run modifieds with him, and they parted ways. So Dave still wanted to keep racing, so he actually went and got a crate car and put it into that modified that he had, and he had a rookie drive it. The next year, he had another rookie drive it, and both of those guys were struggling with the car. I'll put it that way. Every time the car ended up on the hook, actually. So Dave and I still continued to talk, and I was giving him some advice here and there. And the one night he came to me and goes, "Hey, Mike, can you run my car?" And I'm like, "Well, they already ran heat races." So I went in and started in the back of the consi. We got the car qualified, and we actually went like 22nd or something like that to 7th. And I've been driving for Dave ever since. So Dave had a huge smile on his face. You would think we just won the championship, and we finished 7th that night because it's the first time his car came in the pits, and it wasn't coming in on a record. So we had a really, really good first night there, and that's how Dave and I became, driver and car owner, and it's been all great things ever since that. I mean, we've won a championship
cool.
together the following year.
That's cool.
And actually, on the other side of things, other than the racing, I'm actually married to Dave's daughter. He decided, like a fool, to bring her to Orange County for Eastern States the one year. And that's how Ashley and I met. And
That's
you can
cool.
ask Clay this story. Ashley was cold in the trailer, so we were trying to get her a jacket, whatever. She didn't want the jacket, whatever. So we had a space heater. We went to try and get the space heater, and the space heater wouldn't fire. I went back to go work on the car to get it ready for the feature. Next thing I know, Clay comes out. I got the space heater fired, but the bad news is it popped and all his face hair was burned off.
Oh.
His eyebrows, eyelashes, face, everything. It was all burned. It was hilarious. He's
Now,
okay, though.
Bobby, these guys ain't letting you off the canvas. Levi Jost, what's up with this wall stuff, Bob? What the hell's going on here?
Levi is actually my crew guy that's been with me forever.
It's a crew
Okay.
chief. It's a crew chief.
He's my crew chief. He's
So
literally,
he gets a hall pass.
my go-to guy.
He gets a hall pass, right?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, because the one year, my first year running a sprint car, we went for the big 40 lapper down at Bridgeport at the end of the season, the last race of the year, and I led 39 and a quarter, and on my mean 39 and a quarter, I mean going into 1 and 2, I got into the wall, flipped it, and that's when I broke my back. But ever since then, I've literally taken the car and bounced it off the wall in the same spot.
He'll do anything
Like
for attention.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last time at Bridgeport this year, we actually went up to Bridgeport and just found a line that was just ridiculous. bouncing off the wall right in 1 and 2 and just launching down the hill, and I would just literally take a car and gap it by 2-3 cars after passing it in one corner doing that. So I told myself I'm not doing it any more than 3 times, because the 4th time's going to be a bad one.
Well, there you have it. Well,
3 for Dale.
I got to tell you guys, I really appreciate you being on
Yep,
here
A lot of
together
fun.
and doing what you're doing. It's been a lot of fun. I'm sure it won't be the last time you guys will be on here. I interviewed your dad at the indoor show. Your dad's always been one of my favorites. And I appreciate you guys being on here. It's an open door policy. You guys can come here anytime you want. You know that. And I love you guys. And just keep doing what you're doing. Mikey, I will see you next weekend
Yes,
because
sir.
we're off this weekend because of Grandview. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so
Anytime.
much
man.
for having us.
And
Anytime,
Mikey,
guys.
I know you're pissed off at me that I didn't bring you on faster than this, but I wanted to see you win first and get you on here so you could talk about
I'm never
your win.
mad at you. You
So,
know that.
I
Yeah,
know.
he still didn't get his star though.
All right. There's a start.
All right, guys. Be good.
See ya.
I love you
Thank
guys.
you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye. Yep. Them 2 kids
Yeah.
have, I mean, Mike used to sell
Great interviews.
programs
Great
at
interviews. A lot of fun.
at New Egypt when he was little. Mike used to sell the programs, and them guys are just so cool. Their fathers they're just good people. And my brother Kenny, of course, their grandfather was my brother Kenny's favorite
Yeah,
driver.
Ollie Butler. I remember him.
Yep. And I had to wear my Mackenzie Leary shirt because I promised her I would wear it on the show. Fred's got his moonshine out.
There
Fred-
was one thing and talk about a little bit real quick.
Sure.
My visit with my dad last week.
I was just going to bring that up. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
he-
cool.
I know we didn't stay on long. He couldn't hear real well, and I was a little shaky with the phone. But it was great to have him on. He was real honored to be on with you and talking to you and reliving some of the memories that we had. We talked all weekend about the racing and stuff like that. And the one picture that you had given me from Tommy Lane,
Mm-hmm.
he had me rearrange his living room and put that picture
That's
right
cool.
front and center. So he wanted to
And that
see-
makes you feel good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And this is what we played last week for Fred and his dad. Let me get rid of this banner here first. Let's hide this. And then we played this for Fred and his dad last week. We'll play this again. Sport. The cool thing about your dad was when we were talking is they don't forget nothing. They don't
Nah.
forget what they did back then. They don't forget the cars that they worked on. And then I asked him if he had anybody he could drive for him. It was Osmond.
Oh, yeah, him
Yeah.
and Billy were so tight for a long time. My dad I thought my dad went to a Daytona in '74 with Jeff Bodine, but he actually went down with Billy.
Oh, cool.
So who knows what happened down there? Because those two together, they were always a lot of fun. And we stayed with Billy in '86 up at Syracuse. We all had their motorhomes in like a courtyard there. And it was a lot of fun. It was like they had like a clam bake in the front. But yeah, we're talking to Dad. I got some news that I never thought. He might have told me a long time ago. But we're actually like third cousins with Frankie Schneider.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like
That's awesome.
so he was he was a cousin of a cousin.
Did he have any pictures you could steal from him?
He had a box of pictures and he could not find it. He was tearing the place.
Ah,
He was tearing it. He'll find it and he'll mail it out to me. But yeah, he wanted to give me a bunch of pictures so we could post out here and I could post on Facebook. But a lot of the pictures, he loved that K46 was one that he actually built for Kerry Schloter.
that's awesome.
And he said, I didn't do anything special to it. It's just I took the whole body off the Gremlin and then just put it right onto the frame because that was the frame that they had the coupe on. And originally when my dad first started with me, they had the Valiant when the Altaz 80 was driving it. And then Kerry got into it and he got the coupe. And then my dad built the Gremlin, and that's his favorite car of all time. I mean, even though he did the 31, he took over the 31 from Chip Krieger,
Right.
had Bill Gandy driving it in
Right.
Rookie and Sportsman. But my dad loved that car as well. He actually built a new motor for that car before
Right.
Bill gave it up, and we ended up putting. Well, he did. I was little. He ended up putting. I watched, but he put it in his '65 Chevy pickup. That thing
Well,
was a
most
screamer.
people don't realize that when you have a frame and you're going to put a body on it. And I remember watching this Equality Auto Body with Tom and my brother John.
Mhm.
You got to cut the center out of
Yeah.
them bodies and then put them back together to narrow them down so they fit on the car.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work involved in like changing it to a Mustang or a Gremlin. A lot of them cars had a lot of work on it. And back in the day, some of them cars were showpieces. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
look at your car now,
Mhm.
you know, with the paint job on it and all
Yeah.
that, and Nick's car. And
Yeah.
congratulations to Nick Marco winning at Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that, Nick. Congratulations on your win at Bridgeport. Finally, Nick gets the bugs worked out. He goes to Bridgeport and gets it done. So congratulations to Nick. That was pretty cool to see him get
But
that
it was,
done.
it was a lot of fun talking with Dad and talking racing and the old days, the races that he didn't take me to, and some of the stories he couldn't tell me when I was younger. So,
Yeah, exactly.
It was a lot of fun, mate. But yeah, it was a hell of a time in the '70s and early '80s with those guys.
I get that with my brother John. I'll go over there and I'll say, well, you know, back when we done this, same thing with you.
Yeah.
I was too little to be told that story, but now you get told that story. It's pretty cool.
And it was funny. I was out there. We were having dinner, and I'm talking, and I get a blurb on my thing from 5 Mile Point, and it was an old article. And Kerry had won that 35 lapper, but there was a big story in there with two of the drivers got in an argument, and they had a fist fight in the things. But then I can't remember the drivers, but yeah, Kerry won, and the 35 lapper car Reynolds was second. He had a beautiful car too.
Now, Matt has a question. Where in
Okay.
Levittown was Earl's shop? I think that's what the car had on the hood.
Yeah, it was Earl's Auto Agency. It was right there next to Jerry Plavin's on Route 13. Now it's it was Earl's Transmissions for a while. When they moved from there, they moved up to Dixon City, and my dad and I moved up there with them outside of Scranton. And then we started running 5 Mile Point, and then Gary did so well with that. Him and Chuck Akulis, they were representing all the tracks up in North New York for the Schaefer series. So we ended up going to Weedsport, and up in the St. Catharines, and a couple of the other tracks up there. The Rolling Wheels was, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun traveling with them, towing that car around. And I was 15, so hanging in the pits, watching them work on it. But and no matter what I touched, they told me to put down. So, but
He
look
said
at me
it's
now. Look at me now.
he said it's a car lot now. Matt's
Yeah. I don't
car
know
lot.
what the name of it is. I never go down to Route 13 anymore. But yeah, it was back when Dad worked there, was fixing the cars up for Earl Schloter, him and Kerry, and then we all moved up.
Now, didn't Joe Hall own a?
Joe Hall was next to him, and now
Okay.
Joe was crazy. I think he's still crazy.
Oh yeah,
From a-
Joe's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he had Wild Child on his car in
Mhm.
'06.
Mhm.
Yeah, he had the shop next to it, which is now a welding
Okay.
supply company.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I get my welding supply, but Joe was right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we lived in Burlington. My brother would take us for a ride in the car, and he goes, "Now I'm going to take you, and we're going to see race cars out in parking lots." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And then you would see the K46. You would see, and then there was another one on Green Lane at the gas station on Green Lane. There was another race
The
car.
Greenwoods. Yeah, that would be Greenwoods. I can't remember his name.
But my brother, that's where my siblings grew up on Green Lane across from the high school. My brother John, my brother Ken, my sister Darlene, and they always used to talk about Green Lane. I'm like, what the hell's Green Lane? And then when I moved over here, I'm like, oh, and I drove a truck for Kenny, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty crazy. So we're going to take a pause here, thank the rest of our sponsors, and then we'll come back and give us some credit. Don't forget, this weekend, this is where you want to be. Maple Grove, Keystone Big Rig Trucking Nationals. Yours truly, Nick Leach, will be behind the mic. Everybody going to Grandview. Good luck to all them guys going to Grandview this week. Of course, I will be the voice of the Keystone Trucking Nationals. And there's a big truck show. There's fireworks. Kyle said it all that had to be said. So don't forget, we are broadcast on Lowdown Entertainment. Joe and Bear, take care of us. We're on their Facebook page, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. This is how it's going to be for a while, gang, until we change things over. Got to thank Fred. Got to thank Kate for getting us her notes, doing what we're doing. Got to thank Kyle Koretsky for coming on here. Billy Blaze, the Butler brothers. Yeah, it's starting to become something that me and Fred wanted to become. So we'll thank our sponsors. Let's talk about one of our proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media, brought to you by Craig McGill, 668 Woodburn Road, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Suite 201, the same suite that Wide Open Wednesday is in, and their phone number 609-577-7996. Craig McGill, we call him Magic because he creates the magic behind the lens at Wide Open Wednesday. Whatever you need, whether it's for social media, your business, anything you need. He's been with CBS, the NFL. He's done it all. He's a master at his trade, and he can definitely get the job done if you need anything done in social media. Why is having a director important? Greg will tell you why, because he does his best work behind the lens. Do you want your message out there to the world? You got to go with Five Peaks Media. That's right. Get a hold of Craig McGill. Come on over and see us. This is why we do what we do, because we have magic. All right, we'll bring this guy on here. Hopefully we get him on here real quick. Why is he not coming on? That's weird.
Clicking on the right things.
Well, I'm in the show.
All right.
All right, you're there, but
Not showing up on our screen.
we're not showing up on our screen here for a reason. Well, we don't want to do that. Hold on a minute, my friend.
You got it.
I'm going to knock you off and come back, Jordan.
Go ahead.
All right? Jordan Cox was on here, but then something knocked him off. And
It would take a little time while we're getting him back on here. I'm going to talk a little bit about our Hot Rod Santa event that we're having at Fletcher's Garage. The December 6th, we got a lot of things going on there. We have a bunch of cars. We have a live broadcast. Wide Open Wednesday will be broadcasting live on Facebook. We also have WBCB, who I do my radio show on for Thursdays. We're going to have them broadcast live from 11 to 1. We got so much going on, all geared to collecting toys for the Toys for Tots. We've been consistently going over 2,000 toys every year, and this is our 10th anniversary, so it's the 10th annual.
what about the food truck? You got
That'll
a
be
special.
there. Yeah, I'm working my way to it. So we have a couple special things going on. We have the Disciples of Christ Motorcycle Ministries. They'll be out there with their hot dogs and some spiritual stuff, and they hand out a bunch of things. Very nice guys. They'll bring their motorcycles with them unless it's raining or frigid cold. But a lot of us will be we'll have our hot rods out there. I'll have my 23 T bucket. I'll have my race car out there. A few guys will be bringing their cars. I know Dom Antonelli was planning on it. Glenn McIntyre will be bringing his car. John Scarpati might be bringing his car over. We have so much going on, and we're always looking for people to join in because we're a community thing. We have the Fairless Hills Fire Company come down. They bring their trucks in for for the kids to get on, put the ladders way up, and let the kids play on the fire trucks for a while. And one of our newest additions is Puss in Boots Tavern over at great place to eat over on Trenton Road. They're going to be bringing a food truck over. So usually what I have done in the past was buy some hoagies and some chips and some soda. But we're going bougie this year, and we're going to get the food truck out. And they're going to have burgers and chicken tenders for the kids, and whoever wants it. And Allen Tire will be participating. They always raffle off a set of 4 tires that I install.
Yep.
So 4 free tires. You can win 4 free tires. Just bring a new unwrapped toy. That's December 6th from 11 to 3. It's a blast. It's going to be a lot of people. A lot of hot rods. And I want to thank Puss in Boots for joining us. And also Sunday, if you don't go to Maple Grove, there's going to be a car show over at Puss in Boots on Trenton Road. Look it up. I'm thinking I'm going to break out the tea bucket and take a buzz over there because it's around the corner.
The weather's supposed to be nice
Weather's
too,
supposed
right?
to be nice, yeah. So come on over, see me. I'll have my tea bucket out there and do some burnouts.
All right, let's see if we can get this guy on here now. I don't know what the deal is. Why it will not let him on here.
Hey.
There we
There
go.
you
That
go.
was my fault. my dumb ass. It figures I bring you on here and I have a glitch that we ain't.
I know.
had
I'm just complimenting you guys, and I cause
I
problems.
on my wee. So, but what's up, man? How are you? How cool was it to see Mikey get that win? It was about time, right?
Dude, I was explaining to my wife, and I've experienced this before. Obviously, I've helped a lot of guys. I've helped her uncle, Corey, and sitting in those stands in that position. I mean, maybe it's because I know what it feels like to win races and stuff and be in the car. That I was just a nervous wreck the entire time. The rate, and especially the way it ended up happening with the caution coming out at the end. With one to go, I was in that situation with myself last year. It's just like, come on, we've been trying, especially as so many second places. I'm like, come on, let's just finish this up and get a win, man. But it was, listen, Mikey has worked his ass off all year long, and it was great. It was fun to finally get a victory. It was awesome.
I'm watching it on my phone. I seen the coach come out. I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "He don't need this," And then he finally got it done, and I was so happy that he got it done. And so, but I can't thank you enough for all the help that you've given me and Fred, pointing us in the right direction. Finally, I think we're over the hump here with this thing. I think the last couple of weeks we've just been coming in here, plugging it in, turning it on, and it's been working real well for us.
It's done wonders for his blood pressure.
Yeah, it's done wonders for my blood pressure. Yeah. So but we got to thank people like you and all the other people that helped us out. Our computer is known as Mighty Mouse now. It's a pretty powerful computer. Thanks to Mike for doing that for us. So it's I mean, Fred wants this to be what it's become now, and to have the Butler brothers on here. We have a couple other special people. Good to get Kyle Koretsky in here.
You almost had too many Butlers in one spot. Just letting you know, you reached your quota for the night that you had both of them on there. If we had Clay or something in there, the whole show would have exploded. So you did all right.
But that's all right. Well, I'll be seeing you pretty soon because somebody's getting married, right?
Yeah. Yep. What do we got? November. Yeah, November. Yeah. We'll be in the same spot there. Are you going to be at New Egypt on next week for the All-Star race?
Yes, I had last week off and this week off because those are the two dates that I promised the Koretskys I would work. Plus, the Diesel Trucking Nationals. That's my gig. I'm the announcer for that from now until I decide I don't want to do it no more. And Kenny's never going to let me not do it no more. So, but yeah, that's going to be my deal from now on, and that's what we're going to do. So,
all right. Well, hopefully I get to see you, Victor and Lynn, on Friday.
That would be cool because I'm like, damn, there's another one I missed. I didn't get to interview. So, and Mikey busted my balls about that too. He goes, "Oh, see, there you go. I won, and you didn't get to interview me." But now the format,
just go ahead and win again, Mike.
The format with the interviews is changing. Jim's going to do the street stocks and the 4-cylinders, and I'm going to do all the upper classes now for Victory Lane. So
that'll be great. That'll be great.
Change that. So we're going to do that. And I'm still going to do the heat race winners and all the other stuff for Wide Open Wednesday. And but I wanted to bring you on here just to tell you thank you for everything you helped us with. I know Fred wanted to thank you too. So, and we appreciate it,
boys. I'm glad it's all working out. That's great. This is a great thing. So that's awesome.
How cute is that baby that Michael and Mandy had? Oh my goodness! Oh my God!
Oh, and they're doing a great job. MJ's getting bigger. He came out huge, but he's getting even bigger, and everything's going great for them. So they're just taking their time, enjoying being mom and dad now, just like we've been lucky enough to do. Yeah. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because Kyle just had another baby girl, and they come out with a full head of hair now. I mean, back in the day, you were bald, and my mom used to go, "Well, I wonder when the kid's going to get some hair." And now they come out with a full head of hair, and they're walking around, they're grabbing stuff and doing things, but that's part of it. But I appreciate you coming on here. I'll see you the following weekend. Are you going to Grandview with anybody, Jordan, or what's going on?
No, we're gonna take this weekend and just hang out. Like I said, we got a busy weekend next week. Doing Friday and Saturday with the 04 car, so we'll have our work cut out for us that week. So this week we're just gonna hang out, just maybe watch some racing if we can. But we're just gonna do the normal thing, spend time with family at home, and go racing at the end of the year here.
All right, brother.
All right.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. We're going to do some ads for ourselves, and then we're
You
going
got
to
it.
hit the checker flag. Thanks, brother.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Jordan Cox. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool. Now we can do what we want to do, and I got to thank Fred here. We got a couple more ads that we got to do. One importing ad that we got to do. Fred doesn't care about himself, but I care about Fred. But this guy here always helps. Who is all the rage? Sage Chiropractic. That's right. Sage is all the rage in chiropractic care. Dr. Carey and Dr. Mike will take care of you and all your back needs, and they specialize in other things too. Give them a call, 215-497-0700. They have all the equipment, all the stuff you need to get yourself in shape. They're the people that give Fred his adjustment so he can drive his race car on Saturdays at New Egypt Speedway. They are an official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, so go see them. If you have any problems with your back or any other problems you think you're having that are related to your back, you got to go see Sage, because they're all the rage in chiropractic care. So see Sage Chiropractic. Their phone number is 215-497-0700. Go see Dr. Carey and go see Dr. Mike. Up next, we have Fletcher's Garage. That's right, the main sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, and they are located at 480 Hood Boulevard in Fairless Hills. Their phone number is 215-295-4931, and their motto is, if they can't fix it, it's broke. It's home of America's mechanic, Fred Fletcher, and he also does Need for Speed on WBCB on Thursday mornings. So keep an eye out for Mr. Fletcher, America's mechanic. Also, we have Reliable Consulting, Sales, Training, and Marketing, brought to you by Chris Bennett. His phone number is 215-206-9053. We thank all our sponsors for participating on Wide Open Wednesday. Hey, you ever wanted to get shot? And I'm not talking about by a gun. I'm talking about getting shot by one of the best photographers around, Jim Brown Racing Photos. You ever need your racing photos, you got to get them from Jim Brown. Hey, what can Brown do for you? He can produce your best racing photos. Jim Brown. All right, gang. We give this another check mark and throw the checker flag. Appreciate everybody was on. Kyle Koretsky, the Butler brothers, Maple Grove, Billy. Everybody was involved. We had Craig in the studio here, but he didn't want to come on with us. So, but this guy right here next to me, this is what the show's about. Having him here with me, doing it by myself,
Drinking my moonshine.
drinking his moonshine. So, pretty cool deal. We'll have to get the link and pick up his phone, and we'll get that on here with us.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Maybe his wife will do it.
Yeah, maybe his wife will do it for us. But don't forget this weekend, the Keystone Trucking Nationals. I'll be the voice of that. Grandview 76er. Good luck to all them guys there. And, we got to do what we got to do to keep this thing going, gang. And thanks to guys like Fred Fletcher, we can keep doing this. We'll see you next time on Wide Open Wednesday, gang. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being a part of Wide Open Wednesday. We'd like to thank all our sponsors and everybody involved here. Thanks for stopping in. We hope you enjoy the show.